and they took me to.
You were in the AP class.
Yeah, I tested high or buzzed anyway.
It is time for Good Policies, brought to you this morning by the Barrett Insurance Agency. A scholarly young man with me this morning.
Yeah.
The AP fellow.
The AP fellow, yes.
Well,
I was hoping to get tenure, but I didn't. So.
It's a drinking class, but it's like the middle class and the drinking class,
right? It's a specific class
rather than the college class.
I got you. I like the label.
I do too.
So, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
My car started.
Yours did, but I hear Donna's didn't.
Donna's did not.
Yeah. That's not good.
So, well, it hasn't yet. She hasn't given up. She texted me back, no, I'm still going to try. She got the charger on it. But it just, it gets so cold that anyway.
It was so cold this morning that my car starter didn't want to work.
You mean your remote car starter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I actually had to go outside.
Oh.
I'm so upset.
Bless your heart. Bless your little
I
heart.
know. What a big problem to have, right? But no, it's chilly out there. And this is the time of year where you get these types of cold weather events where frozen plumbing becomes a problem.
So in my house, I have replaced all of my pipe with PEX.
Good for you.
So nothing bursts, but it can still freeze. So at night, we just have to leave stuff dribbling a little bit. Not a big deal.
Right.
But yesterday, they got out of the house in a hurry and forgot to leave the dribble on. So I spent 2 hours yesterday thawing my PEX. But I did it.
I never thought I'd hear that way. But yeah, it's cool. So
I should write a song.
You should. Thawing my pecs.
Yeah.
It's a plumbing song.
Yeah. So what kind of insurance claims can arise out of cold weather like this?
So the biggest, of course, is frozen plumbing. And what happens when frozen plumbing happens? It bursts. If it's not
copper.
PEX. Copper will just go.
Oh, it is so sad, too, because you end up, once you won't know the damage you have until you thaw the pipes.
Exactly. and what's most difficult is that once that releases, the water just goes.
I know.
And I've had people who are on pumps, so they're on wells, and their well, what is it, the well troll or whatever it is, the pump itself can't keep up.
The submersible pump.
So it stops, and that's their saving grace, is that actually stops the water long enough for them to get it turned off and everything. And it's an amazing, it's a devastating amount of damage that it can occur. And the reason being is that water can damage just as bad as anything else. People clean with it and stuff and think, oh, it's not all that bad. The amount of dry out that is required, the amount of scoping and investigation to ensure that you're not going to get a mold problem in the home.
It's so, and not to mention, when I lived in Randolph, I was in an 1860s brick Federal.
Yep.
And the wall that faced the hillside, the cold rolls down the hill, and the rest of the house was fine, but that wall froze. And then when it burst, the drywall. So you got to go all the way along, replace the copper, and then what a nightmare.
If you have a finished basement, that's where your biggest problem will lie, because the water's all going to go down.
Well, it won't happen in a German basement?
If you have a finished basement or a Dutch basement, that's the problem.
Oh, finished basement.
I'm a little congested. I'm sorry.
Right, the finished basement. I got it.
Finished off. So, you're going to have to rip out that drywall. You're going to have to probably rip up all the floor. You're going to have dry out machines in there. And I've actually had insurance companies, where a client is trying to mitigate their loss, and they go, don't worry about it. We're fine. And, just help us repair. And they go, no. We're not touching it until we dry it out.
Yeah, you got to dry it out
Because if you don't do this properly,
mold.
You can fix it all you want. You're going to have black mold at some point.
Oh, gosh. It makes me sick to think about it.
Right. It's mind-blowing devastation. And we've had a couple folks already who've had to go through that.
Makes me grateful that my plumbing runs in an old dirt floor basement.
Yes.
When it leaks, it just goes in the dirt.
You just have some mud.
Yeah, they just tell it dries up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
So that's the one big thing. And, of course, this is also where you're going to get that sun. Today we're going to have sunshine. The sun's still warm to when it's beaming down on the snow on your roof. You got that ice cold all around it with the frigid temperatures, that backup of snow and ice can also become a problem.
Oh, that's a problem. And people in this cold temperature have a tendency to crank their wood stoves and their heat sources, and you have more fires.
Right. That's also a problem. And hopefully everyone takes, every year you really should be inspecting your chimney and making sure there's no cracks and that there's no compromises, because all it takes is a little crack to cause a big problem.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
The cold is hard on everybody, and cars.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that's
very
no
much
fun.
So that's the big thing. It's all about just taking a couple of steps. It's good to see if you have cold pockets in your home. That's a great way to try to find out. If your entire home, like Val's, is a cold pocket, you're in trouble. But
when we get it on nights like last night, I came downstairs this morning. It was 64, and I was so happy. I mean, that's good. When you got 20 below or 64, that's an 84-degree variance.
That's very good.
That's
actually.
not bad.
That's not bad at all. So.
So we're pretty happy about it.
Excellent.
But as for cold pockets, all we have in my house are hot pockets, and they're in the freezer.
Or the microwave,
Or the microwave.
for moments at a time.
Hot pocket. You ever see Jim Gaffigan? Yeah.
Yes, I have.
All right.
So that's it. And I wanted to also announce, due to circumstances way beyond our control, our office will be closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week.
Oh, they're just going to Florida.
We wish. Monday, we're getting a new beam put in to support our flat roof. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we're getting asbestos removed.
Oh, boy.
We cannot be there. We want to, but we're not going to be there.
They're going to have to go to Florida.
Call our office line. We'll have contact numbers and how you can go to hold of us. We will be trying to do the best we can working remotely. But if you need to physically see us, wait till Thursday.
All right.
It's inconvenient, I know, and I'm sorry.
Or you can meet them here at the radio station next Wednesday.
Right. We'll have a receiving line here, and I'll take payments, and we'll be all set.
Bring the Swedish meatballs. Right.
Finnish meatballs.
Yeah, that'd be great. Our Good Policies brought to you by the Barrett Insurance Agency, online at thebarrettagency.com.
And on Facebook, Barrett Insurance Agency. Stay warm.
And the phone number.
Oh, yeah, that too. 748-5224, unless you call Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
All right.